Mysterious, I fear your eyes, like cold in a winter skies. You were the anchor in my restless sea, a quiet harbor where I felt so free. But anchors sink when the rope runs thin, and I'm still gasping for the air you're in. I mistook your stillness for a solid ground, but it was just a canyon deep and drowned. I shout I love you to hear the repeat, but the echo died before it reached your feet. To bleed, the only answer to a ghost on greed. I painted our future in shades of your hush, but the canvas is burning under the brush. I'm screaming at a mirror that doesn't reflect the pieces of gentle shadow on your tired face. But now the room is cold and twice as wide, and I'm still reaching for the ghost inside. You never said a word to make me stay, but you never said enough to push away. Just a static home where the heart should be, and 1,000 miles between you and me. I used to translate every look you gave, searching for a soul I thought I'd save. But you weren't hiding, you were hollowed out, a beautiful eclipse of fear and doubt. Now I'm screaming at the golden, but it's heavy as a stone. It's the loudest sound I've ever heard when I'm standing here alone. You didn't have to break my heart with lies. You did it with the nothing in your eyes. The lights are off, the bed is cold, the story's done, but left untold. I fell in love with your silence. I see the jagged edges in your smile, the way you glance away every little while. You got that look of a house that's been burned, lessons of loss that you never should have learned. You don't have to tell me where the bruises are hid. I know the shadows 'cause I'm living in them too, kid. We're two different stories with the same tragic end, looking for a hand that doesn't just pretend. I don't need your history or your family tree, I just see the rhythm of your misery. 'Cause your heart feels like mine, heavy and hollow and frayed at the line. It beats with a limp and it aches in the dark, searching for a light, just a tiny little spark. Yeah, your heart feels like mine, tired of waiting for the stars to align. We're broken in the same place, baby, and it's fine. 'Cause your heart feels like mine. You pull your jacket tight against the wind, like a garden of places where the walls are thin. I've got the same scars under my skin, waiting for the moment when the cold lets us in. You don't have to speak, you don't have to try. I recognize a storm cloud sitting in your eye. Maybe two wrongs can finally make a right. Maybe two lanterns can beat back the night. I'm not gonna fix you, and you won't fix me, but we can be lonely in sweet company. Yeah, your heart feels like mine, heavy and hollow and frayed at the line. It beats with a limp and it aches in the dark, searching for a light, just a tiny little spark. Yeah, your heart feels like mine, tired of waiting for the stars to align. We're broken in the same place, baby, and it's fine, 'cause your heart feels like mine. The same cracks, the same ache, the same bend before the break. Yeah, your heart feels like mine. Finally, a heart that feels like I look back at the maps I used to draw, before the rain, before the sudden thaw. Every crooked road and every detour sign was pulling toward a hand I thought was mine. Morning coffee and the midnight train were just the verses to your soft refrain. I didn't know it then, but now I see the gravity of you was pulling me. I was a compass spinning in the dark, searching for a center, looking for a spark. But every breath I took was out of tune, until I found the rhythm of your room. Every moment leaned toward you, like a willow reaching for the stream. Every heartbeat was a secret path to the center of a golden dream. I was falling long before I knew that every moment leaned toward you. Every second was a bridge I crossed to find the only thing I never lost. The books I read, the songs I used to hum, were just the echoes of what we'd become. The strangers that I met along the way were only ghosts that led me to this day. I spend my life just waiting for the light to turn the corner and walk into my sight. It wasn't luck and it wasn't just fate, it was a steady weight of things that couldn't wait. A million tiny choices, 1,000 not yets, leading me away from all my old regrets. Now the clock is ticking, but the direction is clear. Everything I've ever done has brought me right here. 'Cause every moment leans toward you, like a willow reaching for the stream. Every heartbeat was a secret path to the center of a golden dream. I was falling long before I knew that every moment leaned toward you. Yeah, every second was a bridge I crossed to find the only thing I'd never lost. Leaning in closer now, I don't have to wonder why or how. Every moment lean toward you, and I'm finally standing still. I spent a lifetime standing in the rain, watching others dance while I embraced the pain. I was a spectator to every I do, a shadow in the back, just passing through. Built a wall out of maybe someday, and watched the best of my years drift away. I stopped looking at the stars above, I gave up on the fairy tales of love. I settled for the quiet, I settled for the cold, thinking I had a story that would never be told. But then the wind changed, the locks gave way, the sun broke through the permanent gray. I wasn't looking, I wasn't even brave, but love found the pieces I didn't think to save. After all the almost and the used to be's, I can finally breathe, 'cause love finally chose me. Didn't come with thunder or a lightning strike, It was a steady heat, a slow burning light. You looked at my scars and you didn't turn back. You filled in the spaces, you closed up the cracks. I'm not a ghost in my own life anymore. I'm finally standing on the right side of the door. It's not because I'm perfect, it's not because I'm new. It's just that I was waiting for someone exactly like you to pick up the pen and rewrite the end, to be my lover and my very best friend. Yeah, the wind changed, the locks gave way, the sun broke through the permanent gray. I wasn't looking, I wasn't even brave, but love found the pieces I didn't think to save. After all the almost and the used to be's, I can finally breathe, 'cause love finally chose me. No more searching, no more what if. The anchor is down, the heart is at peace. Love finally chose me. Now I'm choosing it back. I was looking for a thunderbolt, a crash of heavy drums, the kind of love that shakes the earth until the spirit numbs. I thought it had to burn the house and leave me in the ash. A cinematic collision, a sudden blinding flash. But you arrived like morning dew upon a summer leaf, a quiet holy mercy that brought me sweet relief. No sirens blaring, no grand parade, just a soft light falling where the shadows played. I didn't have to chase you, I didn't have to fly. You were the silver lining that settled in my sky. Oh, I found my forever softly. It didn't break the door, it didn't wake the street. It just sat down beside me and made my life complete. It wasn't a whirlwind or a violent sea, just a whisper in the wind that said you're home with me. Here I found my forever softly. You're in the way you pour the tea, the way you hold my hand, a language that the loud and proud could never understand. We're not a mountain peak, we're the valley wide and still, the peace that finds the weary heart against its own restless will. I used to think that forever was a long and jagged climb, but it's just the way you look at me, 1 second at a time. Let the world keep shouting, let the fires roar. I've got everything I need right here on the floor. It's the small things, the still things, the things that stay when the noise of the city has faded away. 'Cause I found my forever softly. It didn't break the door, it didn't wake the street. It just sat down beside me and made my life complete. It wasn't a whirlwind or a violent sea, just a whisper in the wind that said you're home with me. Here I found my forever softly. No crashing waves, no mountain peak, just the quiet truth that I don't have to seek. I found my forever softly. Then softly I'll stay.
I used to live at 100 miles an hour, running from the clouds, chasing down the power. My mind was a city that never went to sleep, with promises to make and secrets I couldn't keep. I was vibrating like a wire in a storm, just looking for a place that was quiet and warm. Then you walked in and you didn't say a word. You were the only song my static ever heard. You put your hand on the chaos in my chest and gave the runaway inside of me rest. Oh, you made my heart slow down. I can finally hear the music without the sound. The world was spinning, a blur of neon gray, but you caught the wheel and you led me away. I'm not running, I'm not losing ground. Baby, you made my heart slow down. I forgot how to breathe until you showed me how. Everything is then, but you are right now. I don't need the lights or the crowded avenue. I just need the gravity I find inside of you. You're the Sunday morning in a week wake of Monday nights, the steady glow that puts out all the blinding lights. No more ticking clocks, no more frantic pace. I found a sanctuary in the hollow of your face. The alarm bells stopped, the sirens died away. For the first time in my life I wanna stay. Yeah, you made my heart slow down. I can finally hear the music without the sound. The world was spinning, a blur of neon gray, but you caught the wheel and you led me away. I'm not running, I'm not losing ground. Baby, you made my heart slow down. Easy now, steady, just you and me. I'm finally ready to just be. You made my heart slow down. Started as a flicker in a vacuum-sealed room, a tiny spark of oxygen inside a heavy gloom. We were holding on so tight, we forgot to let it move, trapped inside the patterns and the tired, narrow groove. I used to think that us meant keeping every feeling in, just a porcelain devotion with a paper-thin skin. But the walls began to crumble, the seal began to break, and we let in all the messy parts, the beauty and the ache. We stopped trying to be perfect, stopped trying to be still, and let the wind come rushing in against our frozen will. Love learned to breathe. It stretched its heavy wings, and it started to believe it's not a suffocating secret or a ghost beneath the floor. It's the air inside our lungs. Now there's space between the sentences, a rhythm in the rest. No more heavy iron weight sitting on my chest. You don't have to catch your breath when you're standing next to me, 'cause we're finally as open as the salt upon the sea. It's a living, reaching thing. It's a wild and tangled vine, and it's taking up the oxygen, your spirit and mine. Inhale the I'm sorry, exhale the it's okay. Let the old ghost of silence just wither away. It's gasping, it's reaching, it's filling the room. It's the end of the winter and the start of the bloom. Oh, this love learned to breathe. It stretched its heavy wings, and it started to believe. It's not a suffocating secret or a ghost beneath the floor. It's the air inside our lungs and the opening of a door. We were drowning in the shallows, but now we're in the deep, and this love finally woke up from a long and lonely sleep. Yeah, this love learned to breathe. Deep breath in, let it out. There's no more room for the quiet doubt. This love learned to breathe. Now we can finally fly.
GPS died 40 miles back, somewhere near the ridge and the railroad track. The signs are all faded, the moon's a thin line, but I'm looking at your face and I'm doing just fine. The world wants a destination, a point on a grid, but I'm chasing the secrets that the highway hid. As long as you're leaning on the passenger door, I don't really care where we're headed anymore. Let the compass spin, let the stars go dim. We're dancing on the edge of the world's dark rim. I used to be afraid of the I don't know, but with your hand in mine, there's nowhere we can't go. Oh, I'd stay lost with you in the middle of the night in the neon blue. Let the engine hum a song we never knew. If the road never ends, let the sky turn through. I'm not looking for a home or a point of view. Baby, I'd stay lost with you. There's a freedom in the places that don't have a name, where the wind doesn't blow
shadows in a high beam glow, with 1,000 miles left and nowhere to go. I spent my whole life trying to find the right way, but I'd rather be wrong with you every single day. They say that getting found is the only goal, but the wandering is what finally saved my soul. Don't turn the car around, don't look at the time. The mystery is yours and the mystery is mine. Yeah, I'd stay lost with you in the middle of the night in the neon blue. Let the engine hum a song we never knew. If the road never ends, let the sky turn through. And not looking for a home, a point of view. Baby, I'd stay lost with you. Just keep driving, don't look back. Stay on the wild and the winding track. I'd stay lost with you. Yeah, I'm already home. I used to ask the wind for a better direction, looking for a sign or a perfect reflection. I followed every map that the strangers drew, walking in circles, just trying to get through. But the noise of the world started fading away when I stopped listening to what the shadows had to say. I don't need a North Star burning in the black. I don't need a breadcrumb trail to lead me back. The static is gone and the signal is clear. I finally found the courage to just stand right here. 'Cause my heart knows where to go, like a river finding ocean, steady and slow. It doesn't need a compass, it doesn't need a light. It can find its way home in the middle of the night. I've stopped second guessing the high and the low. Baby, my heart knows where to go. It's in the way you laugh when the kitchen is a mess. It's the peace I find in your quiet yes. I've traveled 1,000 miles of maybe and if, falling off the edge of every jagged little cliff. But every wrong turn was a lesson I learned, leading me back to the bridges I haven't burned. It's not a mystery, it's not a secret code. It's the simple feeling of an open road. It's the gravity of love, it's the pull of the truth. It's the fact that every road ends right
compass. It doesn't need a light, it can find its way home in the middle of the night. I've stopped second guessing the high and the low. Baby, my heart knows where to go. No more wandering, no more I don't know. The path is wide open, and my heart knows where to go. I spent my life waiting for the lightning, for the grand display and the thunder's roar, thinking love was a fire wild and frightening, a storm that would break down my heavy door. But you walked in like a light through the window, without a sound or a mountain to move. You didn't change the world with a hammer, you just changed the way I move. I didn't hear a choir or a ringing bell, no sudden secret for me to tell, just a shift in the air and a peace in my chest, and the feeling of finally being at rest. Oh, you are my quiet miracle, the one I didn't see coming at all. You're the grace in the middle of the ordinary, the hand that caught me before the fall. I was looking for a sign written in the stars, but you were right here, healing all my scars. Soft as a breath, steady and true. You are my quiet miracle, and I'm home with you. You're in the way the morning light finds the floor, in the simple click of the kitchen door. It's not a Hollywood scene or a frantic chase, it's the sanctuary I find in your face. I used to think that magic was a trick of the light, but it's just you staying through the middle of the night. Let the world keep its glitter and its hollow gold. I've got the greatest story that was ever told. It's written in the silence of our intertwined hands, in a language that nobody else understands. the grace in the middle of the ordinary. The hand that caught me before the fall. I was looking for a sign written in the stars, but you were right here, healing all my scars. Soft as a breath, steady and true. You are my quiet miracle, and I'm home with you. No thunder, no flame, just the sweet, soft whisper of your name. You are my quiet miracle, and I'm finally awake.